I feel like a lot of times, I'm gonna say civilians don't understand what comedians go through. They don't understand what comedians go through. Like we have dark days and depression, PTSD, divorces, all these things happen, and we still gotta go on stage. You can't cancel the show because you don't feel good.
Yeah.
Like, do you think most people understand that? For us, because we don't.
Let's throw it to Kamari.
Yeah, I mean,
when I be having my bad days,
I've literally left a funeral.
I didn't know. Yeah.
I got kind of offended a little bit.
Hilarious. No, I did a joke about my joke about you ever have a breakup so bad you gotta find a wall to cry down, like you gotta cry down the wall, or you got neck tears. I was depressed when I wrote that joke. I was literally here battling depression. I was crying when I did the joke, and nobody knew. And when I got off stage, everybody was like, "Hey man, you know what you should have said," or blah blah blah. And I'm like, you can't see the tears in my eyes. Like a comic be like, "Hey man, put me up." I got tears in my eyes back here trying to get away from everybody, and nobody cared.
Wow.
Yeah, they don't. Because whenever we have a problem, what they man, shut up.
Yeah, you're a comedian. How you say it?
Hey, yeah,
you're depressed motivational speaker.
Depressed ass, but listen, I feel like anytime you go through difficult situations, especially when you're being forced to put on for the people, it's just another plate of armor. You know, like I feel like I've grown up a performer my entire life. And I feel like those who are in the creative space, who are meant to perform, we almost go through more shit. Like you're utilizing everything that you have in life and bringing it to the stage. And that almost seems like you kind of go through more shit because that's your calling. And now, okay, now I have to talk about all this stuff going on. Like you're going to go through more shit. I feel like every single thing is just another plate of armor, you know? And that's just what's going to make you stronger and better and more evolved. And that's the difference.
And there has to be a time, too, you got to unplug. Because I had a moment, too, where I lost, like, 3 of my family members. And I saw somebody die at the beach. I know this is so heavy for this podcast. My buddy invited me to the beach for, like, a holiday weekend. And I went to, like, Zuma Beach. And we got there, and everybody was at the water. And they was, like, combing the water. I guess I didn't know what it was. And they drug the person out by my towel. And I came straight to work.
You was out there just sipping a Corona, just
we didn't know. We just knew something was going on. We didn't know what it was, and they pulled somebody out, and I went straight to work. So I'm telling this for the people that are watching this. Sometimes you got to unplug from the craft. Sometimes you got to unplug.
Mental health.
Sometimes you can work through it because that's the part of the game. But sometimes you got to unplug and be a human and feel and live. Yeah. And that's what I had to do. I went to Hawaii, and I was living like a kid. I went to like 3 clubs, just danced real hard, eating like a pig, and like I had to check back in with my life because as you mentioned,
Hawaiian buns.
I love Hawaiian. Oh my God.
I bought Hawaiian rolls.
So good.
In Hawaii.
Yeah, that's what strippers have. Hawaiian rolls.
I eat their bread.
Yeah. But there's a time where I love the craft, and sometimes I have to unplug because when I mentioned I did the neck tears joke, my comedy was my escape, and I don't like comedy to be escape. I like to be an extension of me. So to be on stage and like just to do it, because when I crashed, it was worse than what it was if I would just stayed home. Right. You know, the highs that come along with it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I didn't like that feeling, so I had to unplug so I can really connect with myself and then get back on stage.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, because your jokes get dark. Like, you could tell. And, like, I know comedians, I used to be one where you a little bit embittered. And then you could tell because your jokes be like, yeah, punk motherfucker. You be on stage and people find it funny.
Yeah.
But it goes so dark. Like some of my darkest jokes were written in very dark moments. And people love them, but they have no idea like how close to certain shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You really be like, people don't get that.
I got a question.